Well, first off, hello guys, y'all doing all right today?
Yes, sir.
Good deal, man. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be here with you guys. You know, and I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about my journey, my story, in a little bit. I've been a head coach, and you need to know that, like, head coaches are guarded. Like, they don't just put anybody around their guys, right? Because they love you and they want the best for you. And so for coach to think enough of me to come in and pour into you guys and hang out with you guys, man, I consider it an honor and a privilege. All right. And I'm truly grateful for that. And because of that, my goal is to give y'all my A game. I ain't messing around. Okay. Like, it's for real. Right. And so, we're just going to hit on some leadership tools, and I was going to put it on the screen here, but I got my computer, and I know it's a little small, but if y'all can see it, we'll just rock with the little screen there until the power comes on, and then we'll plug it up there. But we're just going to hit on leadership tools. I always do my social media stuff, like people that like to check some of that stuff out, some of the other things that I do. All my stuff is Chip Baker, TSE, and X is Chip Baker 19. But man, I reflected on some things. I'm a big reflective guy. And I reflected on some things when I knew I was going to have the opportunity to be here. And the first thing, you know what? Let me go. Let's hit the norms. Let's hit the norms. All right. So my norms, guys, because I'm coming to give y'all my A game, I'm expecting y'all to give me your A game. Y'all good with that? Yeah. All right. And I have norms. I call it the 3 B's. Hey, get that pencil ready. When we came in, he said he's going to take a lot of notes. I said, yeah, man, that pencil going to be hot. Get ready, right? And I call the norms the 3 B's. And the first B, guys, I ask that y'all just be in the moment with me. And what I mean by that is, don't worry about what's going on later. Don't worry about what happened earlier. Let's just lock in and be in the moment together and have a good time with our time that we're together. Y'all good with that? All right, the second B, I ask that y'all would just be interactive. Now, I believe that the way we learn and grow is by learning and growing. And what I mean by that is, like, we have to make sure that we talk to each other and be interactive. Like, I'm not just coming to give y'all my A game. I want to learn and grow from y'all too, right? Because y'all have had some pretty neat experiences. Y'all are doing some great things. So when we talk and communicate with one another, right, we all get better. Y'all agree with that? Yeah, so if you're good with being interactive, let me get thumbs up. Let me see that. Okay, all right. And then the last B, and this is the most important B, I ask that y'all would just be in application mode. And what I mean by that is, like, we can learn. There's all different ways that we can learn, right? We can read, YouTube, talk to Siri, all of that stuff. There's so many ways that we can learn, but like, if you don't actually take your learning and use it, then you wasted your time, right? I'm just telling you, your time is valuable. My time, I ain't wasting my time. I ain't wasting your time, right? So my goal is for you to take at least one thing that I talk about today, that I strive to give you. Hopefully I give you more than one thing, right? Take at least one thing that I give you today and actually use it and apply it in your life to help you be a better leader, be a better young man. Right? So if you're good with that, tell me we're ready, Coach.
We're ready, Coach.
Well, let's go, man. If I had a helmet on, man, I'll headbutt you. Let's go, man. All right. So what I want to do is just talk a little bit about myself so you have an idea, man, who is this crazy, excited guy Coach got in front of us? Want to headbutt me? Who is this guy? So what I want to do is just kind of tell you a little bit about myself so you understand my background, some of the things I've been blessed and fortunate to see and achieve, and understand why. I'm going to apologize to you. It's going to be some parts I might get a little passionate, right? So I'm going to go ahead and apologize to you right now. Right, but understand why I'm going to get passionate because it's what I believe in, right? So I am Coach Chip Baker. I'm a 4th generation educator, teacher, and former coach. So I say 4th generation educator. My mom, grandmother, great-grandmother, they were all retired educators, right? And I'm in my 27th year of education, and I coached for 20 years, right? So, man, done junior high, high school. I was the O-line coach, head powerlifting coach at Conroe High School for 12 years, was a head coach. I'm from Hearn. I was a head coach at Hearn for a couple years. Then I went back to Conroe. I was at Oak Ridge High School for 8 years, coached there as well. And then now currently I teach at New Waverly High School, right? So lots of different neat experiences. Played 4 sports for 4 years in high school, played college football. So lots of great experience. I've been around teams pretty much my whole life, right? Like from from my single parent mom as a kid being my first head coach, right? So I've been involved with teams for a long time, right? And I know I've seen some pretty good teams. I've seen some not so good teams. I've seen some pretty good leadership, right? I've seen some not so good leadership, right? I think have exhibited some leadership traits in some of the roles that I've been in. I've also made some mistakes, right? And learned, right? Because that's the way we learn. Like, you can't be afraid to make mistakes, bro. Go after it, because that's how you learn the most. That makes sense, right? So that's a little bit about my journey. About 9 years ago, I started my YouTube channel and podcast called The Success Chronicles. And what I do is I just interview people from all walks of life and share their stories for positive inspiration. And that's been really cool because, like, man, I've interviewed like people we watch play on Sundays or listen to their music. Like, it's crazy, like, to be really talking to those people, right? Like, my favorite author, like, I've interviewed him. It's stupid, man. And so that's been neat. A couple years after that, I started writing books. I've written a few of those. Some of those have been bestsellers. And so it's been really cool to be on that journey because, like, where I'm from, I didn't grow up around people that did those kind of things. You know, and so for me, man, like all of this stuff is new and I'm excited and let's go get it, man. Right. And so it's been really cool to just be fortunate and blessed enough to learn and grow. People see your passion. People help you. People put you in situations where you can learn and be a blessing and help others. And really, that's what it's been to me. And so now, like Coach said, I speak. I mean, I travel all around, speak to companies, and really leadership is my jam, man. Like, I love leadership because I've had some great people that were leaders that poured into me that were the examples. Let me say that to you again. I don't know if y'all caught that. That's one you want to write down right there. All right. I've had some great people in my life that have been leaders, right? That have been the example. Let me ask y'all this. As a leader, is it important for you to be the example? Yeah, right? As a leader, it's important for us to strive to be the example. And I'm just going to run it down to you. Like, I was on my way over here and I thought about some things, man, and like I was just thinking about some of those guys, and I'll just go by name, man. Like my little league baseball coach, Mr. McDaniel. Like, he was a great example. He was also my elementary school principal. I wanted to grow up to be just like him. Man, when I was in junior high, we had a really good basketball team. They played against Shaq in a state tournament, right? So I was able to watch some of them guys like, man, what are they doing to be successful in basketball? Then I was a part of a run where we went 55 straight district basketball games where we ain't lose a game, right? And so like it just continued, right? As a freshman in football, I watched John Davis. He sat at the very first seat on the bus every time we traveled. And he was a bad dude on our team. He was our star running back, right? So I'm like, man, like, so when he graduated, guess who sat in the front seat? Yeah, that's right, because I wanted to be a leader, right? So that was the example that I saw, right? And so just like all of those things, and like sometimes like you don't realize those things now, but you're seeing things, you've seen things, people around you, family, teacher, coaches, parents, right? They've shown leadership traits that you see. Right? Friends, peers, right? There's also things that you see like, yeah, I ain't doing that. You know, like you can learn from too, right? So you have to continue that awareness. But that's a little bit about myself. I always like to share that because, like I said, I want to like let you know my background, what I'm about. Know that I ain't giving you fluff, right? Like, no, I ain't just coming here saying, hey guys, be a leader. Nah, bro, you need to be a leader. That's what I'm coming here telling you, right? Like, it ain't no like, hey, try this out. No, get your butt in there and be a leader, right? That's what I'm saying to you, and that's why I'm here, and that's why I told you I might get passionate, right? I tell you that? Okay, good. All right, and so here's some pictures of some of the things that I've done, and I always like to tell a little bit about myself, but also show some of the pictures, not to say, hey, like, look what I've done, but also I say it to say, hey, look what you can do, and more. That makes sense? Sure. Right? Not to say, hey, like, because I'm not that kind of guy, right? I would rather not say all of those things. I just want to come in and go to work. That's all I want to do. But I know the sense of importance for you to see those things and hear those things to encourage you and empower you to show you that, man, like I'm telling y'all, like y'all can do those things and more. Whatever it is you want to do in your life, I promise you, man, you can. Right? That makes sense? Yes, y'all believe that?
Yes, sir.
Good deal. All right, so I'm a big reflective guy. And man, I reflected on some things, and Coach, actually it's pretty cool. It was pretty cool to me. Like when Coach was just talking to you guys, he said some things that I'm going to hit on today, right? And I was like, yep, in alignment, right? And so just some other things that came up for me, and just like before I dive into what we have there, I want to talk to you like just the big picture and importance of our time today. Like this is the big picture, and it's like the cycle of legacy leadership, right? Is legacy important? The things that y'all are doing here, are y'all leaving a legacy?
Yes, sir.
The things that y'all are doing here, are you living a legacy? Yeah, every day, right? And so, man, kind of the cycle is you understand about leadership, right? Like you understand that like leadership is important. Then the next phase is development. Y'all write this down. It's not on here, but y'all write this down. So leadership, then development, and you just put it down in a row, like stack it, because I'm gonna give you some stuff to write out to the side of it. So just stack it. So leadership, development, continued growth, and let me know, I don't want to go too fast. I want to make sure you get it. Humility. Great job, man. And then lasting legacy. And I'll run it down to you again. So this is the cycle of legacy leadership, right? This is a reflection that I've had. And so I'm gonna say it again so I'll make sure y'all got it. So you got leadership, development, continued growth, humility, and lasting legacy. I'll say it to you again. Want me to repeat it to you, big man? You got it? Okay, all right. Everybody got it? Y'all all good? Okay, good deal. All right, so here's how it all ties together, right? Like everything is a cycle, right? Everything is an order. Everything is a flow, right? And so I believe that leadership requires development. That makes sense? Like, it's like the weight room. Bro, you don't just go in the weight room and bench 225. You gotta work for that, right? Like it requires development. Like you don't get fast by just going out there and looking at the track. Like, bro, you got to get on that thing and run, right? A lot and hurt, right? Like you got to put the work in. Like you have to develop, right? So leadership requires development, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to develop in our leadership as we dive into it. Development requires continued growth, and when you look at continued growth, that's having the awareness, right? That's having the awareness to know that, man, I got to work hard. That's having the awareness to watch the tape and say, hey, I stepped with my left foot here. I got to step with my right foot first. My alignment was off on this, right? I got to make sure I communicate better as a leader with my group, right? Like what's the awareness to allow us to get better, right? The next thing is continued growth requires humility. Is humility important? Let me ask y'all that again. Is humility important?
Yes, sir.
One more time. I'm going to ask y'all again. Is humility important?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is, right? So continued growth requires humility. And what I mean by that is, man, you have to be grateful for what you have, right? Be grateful that you're in a situation that you're doing great things. You're in a great community around great people, around great coaches to pour into you, great teachers, around a great lasting legacy, doing great things, right? But you want to realize after all of that, you still don't know it all. That makes sense? Right? Like you always want to be in a position to say, hey, like I don't want to just be the best in my position or the best in the district or the best in the state or in the best in the United States, but I want to be the best.
Sir.
Right? Like it don't matter. Like I want to be the best, like period. Yeah, I warned you. I told you I'm gonna get excited. I told y'all, man. Right? Like I want to be the best. Like period, man. Yeah, I've achieved some pretty cool things, and I'm grateful for that. But bro, I got to put the work in because I want to be the best. Period. Right? And so we want to make sure that we know that continued growth requires a humility. Right? Just continue to strive to be the best. And then what happens from that, and this is the best part, humility allows you to live and leave a legacy. That's why I asked y'all about legacy, right? Like it's one thing, like when you say legacy, a lot of people think about like that's what you leave behind, right? Most people think that, right? But do you know that what your legacy will be is what you're doing today? I don't know if y'all got that one. What your legacy will be is what you're doing today. Right? The actions that you take on a day-to-day basis determine what your legacy will be. Right? So, prime example, like in my family, we're faith people. Right? Every day, nah, boy, you gonna pray. My mama, disciplinary mom, nah, boy, you gonna respect. Nah, boy, you gonna do right. You gonna be respectful. You gonna treat people right. Right? That's the actions that we're taking today. Right? You're going to work hard. You're going to face those challenges. You're going to be a man of your word. If you tell people you're going to do something, you're going to do it. Right? No, you're going to do that. Right? And so, like, that's the actions that we take today. And what happens is it allows us to leave that legacy. That's what was poured into my mom, my father. That's what they poured into me. Right? That's what my son got, too. He going to do that. Right? And that's what I'm giving y'all. Y'all going to do that. Right? And so it's a legacy piece. And so, like I said, that was really just a reflection that hit me today when I was driving. I was like, man, like on top of the things that I have prepared for you, I want to pour into you like that cycle. And it's really a cycle. Right? So you have to continue to do those things. Did everybody get all of those steps in there? Yes, sir. All right. So more on the reflection part, kind of like Coach said, in order to grow, in order to lead, in order to do great things, you got to get over yourself. Right? I was going to say you got to get uncomfortable, but I'm just going to say you got to get over yourself. Right? Like in order to do great things, man, you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Ooh, that's good. You got to get comfortable with being what? Uncomfortable. Again, I'm going to go back to the weights. Is it easy to train weights? Nah, bro. Does it hurt?
Yes, sir.
Is it hard?
Yes, sir.
Do you sweat?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is it sometimes like you may not want to go do it, but you got to get your mind right and push yourself and make sure you go do it? Yeah. But hey, on the other side of all of that, are you better?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Do you like the results that you get from that?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so to grow, to do great things, you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable because that's where you grow, right? That's where you have your maximum growth. The next thing is you have to be intentional about connecting and building relationships. And so, and these are the times of your life, right? Where you are now in high school, what you're doing, the experiences that you're blessed and fortunate to have, man, these are the times of your life. I'm telling you, I'm 50 years old, and when I see my friends, we still talk about the stuff from high school. Right? Like remember that time we went to that track meet and this happened? Remember we went to that game, we did still to today. Right? So these are the times of your life. So it's important for you guys to be in the moment and connect with one another. Right? Continue to build relationships with one another. Right? And I'm going to dive deeper into that. And then the next reflection that I have is, in what you do when you're looking at a team, a community, a culture, a program, if you will, right? You want to create and maintain a positive environment. Is it important to be positive? Yeah, you want to maintain a positive environment, right? And so you want to make sure that you're the thermostat and not the thermometer. What does a thermometer do? Checks the temperature, right? What does a thermostat do?
Controls.
Say it again.
Controls the temperature.
controls the temperature, right? As leaders, do you have the ability to control the temperature?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you do. The vibe that you want, what you want it to be, the success you want to have, it's on you. Y'all realize that? Like whatever you want it to be, like you make that, right? You're responsible for that. And I say that to you because, man, like that's a good thing. Like, man, come on, let's go, right? Like I'm in control of that. Let's go. If it is to be, it's up to me. Let's go, right? So we want to make sure that we have those things. So that's the reflections that I had. And so I want to dive into just giving you some leadership tools, guys. And so we're going to hit on some of those things that I told you that we're reflecting. And they're on that front page. So you have the outline there with that. And I want us to be a little, like I'm a quote guy. So I'm going to give you some quotes and we're going to talk about what the quotes are. Also, give you some time to write those, and we'll do a couple activities just to kind of work through some things, right? So the first thing I want to talk to you about is comfort zone. And you got to get comfortable with being what? Uncomfortable. All right, so we all grow when leaders get out of their comfort zone. We all grow when leaders get out of their comfort zone. What does that mean? We all grow when leaders get out of their comfort zone. Talk to me.
The whole team can grow if just like a leader gets out of the comfort zone.
Yeah,
Can grow.
so if a leader gets out of his comfort zone, the whole team can grow. Y'all agree with that? Yeah, give me something else.
When the leader says that he's comfortable with being uncomfortable, then everybody else goes doing the same thing.
Hey, repeat that for me.
Whenever the leader
That's good, man.
When the leader's
That's
comfortable
good.
with being uncomfortable, then everybody else is comfortable with being uncomfortable.
So good, man. I heard what you said the first time. I just wanted you to repeat because it's good, right? So as a leader, if I'm an example and I showed it, like I'm okay with getting out of my comfort zone, I'm gonna try it. Well, guess what everybody else is gonna do? Yeah, they're gonna try it. I'm with you. Like, well, let's go. Let's try it, right? We may have seen this on tape all week against this team when we get there, and they're a whole different whatever. Well, hey, that's all right. We got rules. The leader, hey, you got rules. Block this way. Like, you're in this gap, right? Just adjust. Right? The leader's going to do that, right? Put you in position to be successful. And so you want to make sure that, like, understand that, like, it's bigger than you, right? It's not about you, but how you carry yourself. You are the example, and you show others that, man, it's okay to be uncomfortable, guys. Here's another way example. Y'all done power cleans before? God dang, that stuff is hard, ain't it? Right? Power clean is hard, man. I know I was a powerlifting coach. I moved a little weight around a little bit in my day. Yeah, right. Power clean is hard, man. Right? But like it requires so much as far as technique, right? Is it comfortable to do that? No, it's not. Catch it on the squat. Get your butt down there. Shoot your elbow. Like all of that, all of those things. Like you got to be perfect on all of those little minor details, right? That's uncomfortable. But again, like I said earlier, man, are you better from doing that? Yeah, and when you can get excited, picture, and I know y'all have done this in the weight room. Like if I got a group over here that's excited about power clean, what's the group beside them gonna do? Yeah, what's the group beside them gonna do? Yeah, they gonna be excited. What about the group on the other side of them? Right, so then you look around the whole dang weight room, we live. We excited about doing some dang power clean, and it's so hard, but we all got better. It all started with that one group getting excited. And that's how it is as a leader, man. You have to push yourself to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because when you do that, them guys around you will do the same thing. That makes sense? All right, so here's what I want to do. I want to do a little bit of activity here for you, right? And so y'all are done good on this, but like the first thing as far as a leader, getting out of your comfort zone, like some people, like, and we can be open and honest. Any of you guys like introverted, like really don't care to, like, It's okay. I'll raise my hand. Yeah, I'll raise 2 hands. Right? Yeah. Right. And so like growing up, like for me, and really even now, like I'm really like I don't really care to be all out there, but like my passion allows me to come alive. Right? Like when I do my thing, I know what y'all need, so it allows me. I'm telling y'all, if y'all saw me out somewhere, I probably wouldn't say any more than 5 words. Because I'm introverted, right? And I know myself, and I'm okay with that, right? But there was one thing that I was taught as a young guy. As a man, you got to learn how to shake hands, right? Stand up for me. We're going to be my model here, right? And so, and I'm going to just tell y'all, I shook most of y'all's hands when y'all came in and spoke to y'all. Did y'all realize that? Some of you guys, right? And so you want to make sure that you shake with a firm handshake and give what?
Eye contact.
Eye contact, firm handshake. How you doing? I'm Chip Baker. Nice to meet you.
I'm doing great. I'm Malachi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. All right, that's good. All right, and so I'm gonna tell y'all this story. So I taught my son that. You in the front, so I'm gonna always get close to you. That's all right. All right, good. So I taught my son that when he was like 6 years old. I taught him how to shake a hand. Right? We did my first collaborative book that I did. We did like a 10-city book tour. We went to Tampa, Florida. We did a book signing in Tampa, Florida. And there was this guy that came, and I introduced my family, right? So I said, hey, this is my wife, this is my son, and they introduced themselves. I didn't think nothing of it, right? So, man, like 8 months later, like the guy follows me on social media, and I had a post about something about it's important to, have a firm handshake and do things the right way and strive to grow to be a leader, yada, yada. And the guy put in the comment, what he's saying is true because I met his son when he was 8 years old, and he shook my hand with a firm handshake and gave me eye contact. Right? And so like those little things matter. Right? It's important when you greet people like that. That makes a lasting impact. Man, I work with this one coach. Man, he shook your hand so hard, thought he was going to crush your hand. But I always remember that. Right? So it's important for us to make sure that when we meet people that we shake with a firm handshake. And I want to make sure that y'all practice this. We don't have a lot of time. So everybody shake hands with one person. Right? Stand up so you can move around. Shake, firm handshake. Both of you guys do it with each other. Practice it. All right, so everybody got a handshake. It's good. All right, so remember that, guys, as you grow as a leader, that's important. Right? Make sure when you have kids, make sure you teach that to your son. Right? So that they know how to shake a hand and be a leader. Like that sends a sign like you ever shake anybody's hand and give you this right here, the fish? Oh, bro, come on. Ugh. Right? Don't do that. Right? Give a firm handshake. Let them know you're about that life. Yeah, I'm about it, right? Right, so they know. All right, so the next thing I want to do is, and this is for us introverted people, right? And so now, like y'all said that y'all were okay with getting uncomfortable. Y'all okay with getting uncomfortable with me, right? So we're just practicing here. So we're going to do introductions, right? And so as a leader, like I'm telling you, if I had to stand in front of a group and talk or say something, man, I'd be sweating and shake, man, palms sweaty, like all that stuff. So everybody, we're gonna go around, we're gonna stand up, and you're gonna say, my name is, I'll just tell me your name and tell me what grade you're in. And this is just practice. Like you could say, actually you pick what you want to say. You could even say, I have on a green shirt. But I want you to practice standing up, speaking with a confident voice, looking around and saying it. And so as a leader, I feel that I can't ask y'all to do something that I don't want to model, right? So I want to model it for you first, and then we're going to go around the table and everybody's going to do it. Everybody got it? Yeah. All right. I'm Coach Chip Baker. I have on a gray shirt. I'm glad to be here. You see that? I said there was some passion, huh? You felt that? Yeah, he laughed and everything. All right, let's start with you, my man. Come on. There you go. Good. Now, let me ask you this. You guys that are introverted, was that uncomfortable? Yeah, it was uncomfortable, right? But you already said you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. We already talked about that, right? And so what you have to understand is if I can push myself to do uncomfortable things, then now the people around me that I lead, it don't just make me better, but it helps them become better as well, right? And so I want us to practice that in a safe space so that you guys that are uncomfortable with that, now when you go out, you can do that anywhere. That makes sense, right? So we've done that in a safe space where non-judgmental, none of that. Like now you can do that on your own. So what I want you guys to do on your manifesto, one couple of guys said, man, that's a big word. It is. And leadership is a big word too, right? On your manifesto where it says comfort zone, I want you to write down maybe one thing that you will manifest in your life from what we've learned so far, right? I'm gonna give you like 30 seconds to do that. So write down one thing that we've talked about that resonated with you, that you can use in your life to help you be better. I'm intentional about that. I'm intentional about giving you some stuff. All right, thumbs up if everybody got something that they can use. Good deal. All right, so the next thing we're going to hit on is connecting and building relationships. Connecting and building relationships. As a leader, is it important to connect? As a leader, is it important to build relationships? Yeah. All right, so here's a quote that I heard from one of my former pastors, and when I heard this, man, it gave me chills. Right? Life moves at the speed of our relationships. Life moves at the speed of our relationships. Talk to me. What does that mean? What you got, man?
We can grow by what we've learned from our relationships that we have with others.
That's good. So we can grow by the relationships that we have with others. That's good. Anybody else? Give me something. What does that mean, man?
Like you waste your life with bad relationships and you sit around with a whole bunch of bad people, it's gonna make your to speed a lot different from when you were with good guys that make you better.
Yep.
Like that.
Man, I had to give you some sound effects on that one. That's so true. So, those people that have great people in their life, those people are super successful. Y'all agree with that? Because they got great people that's going to pour into them. They got great people that's going to say, hey, bro, you tripping. You don't be doing that, right? That's not going to move you where you need to be, right? Hey, don't be going out doing that stuff. Let's go work out. Right, you need those kind of people in your life, right? But those people that have bad people in their life that's encouraging them to do bad things, that doesn't benefit us. Y'all agree with that? Okay. All right. Opportunities bring opportunities. Opportunities bring opportunities. And I have a great story that I always like to share, but I'm not going to share it. But I'm going to give you the condensed, fast version, so I'll make sure I get your baseball guys taken care of. So in my life as a young guy, like I told you, it was poured into me to do things the right way, right? Be disciplined, right? Have discipline in your life, do things the right way. And in my life, I strive to do those things to make my family proud, right? And so what I didn't know is that there was people around me that saw those things that I did, right? And that's what y'all don't know now. Like, it's people around y'all that see the things that y'all are doing now, right? And so fast forward in my life, when I went to get my first teaching and coaching job, the person that gave a reference for me to get that job was somebody that was in my life when I was like in elementary school, right? So because that person said something good about me, the principal at the school where I applied for my very first teaching and coaching job, he knew him and I didn't know that. Right, so he called him and asked him about me because he knew, hey, I see this guy's applying here from my town. But then that guy told him, hey, you should give him an opportunity. He's a great guy. He's going to do a great job. He'll be an asset to your team. And so I got my very first teaching and coaching job off of the person that I was as a kid. Hold on, let that sink in a little bit. I'm going to let y'all hear that. My very first job that I got in the career that I wanted to be in, that I've been in for a long time, that set me up. I was able to get that job off of the person that I was as a kid, right? And so to you need to understand that opportunities bring opportunities. People want people around them that do great things. People hire people that are responsible, that are leaders, right? That's going to take care of their business. They ain't going to hire people that they want to give that they got to keep their eyes on. And is he going to do all his reps? Is he going to have his butt in the right gap? Is he going to block the right guy, right? Like, they want people that they know without a shadow of a doubt, hey, that guy's money, I can count on him. I'm looking at you for a reason. Yeah, I can count on that dude, right? And so that's the kind of people that that people want in their life. So opportunities bring opportunities. Did y'all get that quote down? Okay, good. All right, so when you're connecting and building relationships, what are some ways that we can connect with our teammates? Y'all take one and pass it around. What are some ways, like as leaders, that we can connect with our teammates? Y'all talk to me.
Team bonding.
Team bonding. So even more, break that down. What does that mean?
Like, you gotta do stuff outside of practice.
Yeah,
Outside of game time.
outside of practice, outside of games.
Get to know.
Yeah, getting to know your people, like asking questions, having conversation, right? One of my closest friends to today, man, we used to talk on the bus to games all the time, right? And just like life, different things, sharing the different experiences. He's still one of my closest friends today, right? Give me another thing how we can build relationships and connect with our teammates as leaders. What you got?
Doing something that like sucks in practice together.
Yeah.
Pain together.
That's good, right? So like growing in pain together, right? Doing something that sucks together so that we have that bonding experience. And then what happens though is you get to like that because y'all are in it together. You know, I know he got my back. I don't have to do it all on my own, right? 'Cause I know my teammate got my back, all right? And so did everybody get a card? All right, hold it up in the air for me if you got one. Wave it around in the air like you just don't care. No. So what we're going to do now, this is more of a bonding. This is called paper mingle, right? And so everybody has a question on their card, right? Thank you, man. So what I want you to do is you're going to do this with 2 different people for time's sakes, and y'all do it pretty quick. So come up here for me, man. We'll demonstrate. So we'll come up, and I'll read the question on my card. You'll answer it, what I asked you, then you'll read the question on your card, and then I'll answer it, right? And then y'all switch, raise your card up. Once you're finished, raise your card up, and then y'all find somebody that has their hand up, and y'all do. So you're going to do 2 people. You got it? I'm going to do that. Go. 2 people. Go. 1. All right, how was that experience for y'all? Talk to me. Pretty good? Okay. All right, let me ask you this. Did any of you guys learn something about one of your teammates that you didn't know? Everybody should be raising their hand, right? Like everybody. So you mean to tell me like y'all been going to school together since y'all been like knee high to a grasshopper? What do you say? Knee high to a grasshopper, right? Since y'all were young, and there's something that you don't know about your teammate, right? So that is a prime example of the importance of making sure that you pour into one another daily, right? It's a prime example of it's important for you to ask questions of one another, check in with your teammates, right? Hey man, you doing all right today? What's going on with you? I mean, that's simple, right? You don't have to be much, but that's just prime example of like, man, as leaders, we have to make sure that we make an intentional effort to look out for our people. That makes sense? Just like y'all said, man, like y'all all know each other for a long time, right? Y'all all grew, and there's some things that y'all still don't know about each other, right? And so that's what that activity is for. All right, pass your cards all the way to the left. My left, your right, over here, just pass them around. And so that's connecting and building relationships. Going to give you about a minute. What's a takeaway that you got from that session that you can use? And you're going to put that under make connections and build relationships. All right, thumbs up if you got something. Make sure we all got something. Yeah, all right, good. All right, so the last point we're going to talk about is the importance of having a positive environment. So as a leader, is it important, and y'all said this to me earlier, but I'm going to ask you this again. As a leader, is it important to have a positive environment? As a leader, is it important to create a positive environment? Right, there's a difference. Like you can have it, but like you can have muscles, like if you don't continue to work on the muscles, you don't get better. Right? Like if you stop lifting, well, you ain't gonna be swole. Right? So same thing like the environment, right? If you stop working on the environment won't continue to be positive, guys. So you have to make sure that you continue to work on that environment. All right, so quote, no energy vampires allowed. No energy vampires allowed. And while you're writing, I'll just share this with you. So my favorite author is John Gordon. And I'm going to just tell you, when I was y'all age, I didn't read. I didn't like reading. I just read the stuff that I had to read. But as I got older and got mature, I realized that like me reading took me to another place. Right? I could be in my room, I could be in my living room, I could be in my school, in my small community, but by me reading, man, I could be anywhere in the world that I wanted to be. Does that make sense? Right? And so it opened up my mind to a lot. And my favorite author is John Gordon. I'm actually certified to teach like some of the principles. And I brought some of the stuff for Coach today, the power of positive teams. Right? And so he always says this, no energy vampires allowed. What does that mean?
Don't hang around nobody like suck the energy out of you.
Yeah, don't hang around people that suck the energy around you, right? As a leader, don't allow people that suck the energy to be around, right? Shift it, right? Hey, no, bro, we ain't gonna do that. We're gonna be positive, right? So and y'all probably have heard this before from your parents or people. If you're gonna say something, make sure you have something good to say or don't say nothing at all. Y'all heard that before? Yeah, right? So that's some good home training right there. Y'all operating that, okay? So, hey, like make sure that if you're saying something that is positive, right? And I'm gonna even go further and y'all can implement the no complaining rule. Bro, we don't complain, right? But if you are complaining, you gotta have two solutions. Right? Because that same energy that you can use to complain, you can use that same energy to make it better, bro. Right? Like, if you can complain about it, well, you can make it better. Right? So you can use that same energy to make the things better. So don't waste your energy complaining and being negative. No energy vampires allowed. Y'all let you write that one. No energy vampires allowed. And I'm going to warn y'all before I give you this next quote. Incoming dad joke. So just be ready for that, okay? So I'm warning y'all, so just be ready. Y'all ready for it? All right. So I tell people that my blood type is B positive. I told you. I warned you. I tell people that my blood type is B positive, BE positive, right? And I stay away from people with the blood type of O negative. Yeah, I told you, man. I told you it was a dad joke, man. Come on, right? So my blood type is B positive, but in seriousness, guys, we want to operate in a manner to where we are. You got it? You just got it? Yeah, you got it now. You got it. He like. You want to operate in a manner, you want to operate in a manner that all of the things that you're doing are positive. And that relates to habits, right? Are habits important? Are good habits important? Are positive habits important? Yeah, so you want to make sure that everything you do is positive and good, and it creates good habits, right? So like, I think it helps you with your perception of things, right? So without the glasses, I see things in a certain manner, right? Like I can't see the fine print. I have to do all of that and squint my eyes and get close, right? But if I put those glasses on, oh yeah, I can see clear now, right? And so you want to keep on your positive perspective lenses and have your blood type be B positive, right? In everything that you do, right? So with the positive environment, I just want to give you some stats on the power of positive team. And so I know it's a little small, but here's, do you know that you guys are blessed and fortunate to be able to do the things that you do? Do y'all know that? Right? Like some people will say, oh man, I gotta go work out, or I have to go live, or I have to, no bro, you get to. Right? Like you get to go do this. Because there's a whole lot of people, like some people can't walk, or some people got a leg missing, right? Like you are blessed and fortunate to be able to be physical and have the mental sharpness and be able to do the things that you do, right? So you get to do this, man. You're blessed and fortunate to do this. So it's a shift in perspective. So anytime it's something that's tough, don't say I have to. Say, hey, I get to go do that. It's a shift in perspective, right? I get to go do that, right? And so negative teams, they have big egos, right? They're focused on me, right? We don't want that, right? They fight against each other. They're pessimistic. They blame and complain. They're selfish. They have trust breakers, a lack of commitment. They're moody. Bro, we ain't gonna be moody. We ain't doing that. Right? Constant distractions. Those are traits of negative teams. Here's some traits of positive teams. They have a big mission. right? And they're focused on the mission, right? They don't let anything distract them from the mission, right? Your goals that you set out to achieve, they're focused on we over me. Let me get that one again. Focused on we over who? Over me. It ain't about me. It's bigger than me. It's about the team. It's about us. It's about we. We over me. Right? And when you are focused on the team, man, I'm telling you, it'll drive your actions in a great way. So like prime example is like if I don't get up and go to work and take care of my business and do what I'm supposed to do, my family don't eat. Right? My son, he's a pretty big boy. He's 230. He like to eat. Right? And so, you know, like I have to make sure that I'm on point, because it's not just about me. If I do things the right way, is it just me that benefits? No, everybody around me benefits, right? So it's the same thing in leadership. They fight for each other. Man, y'all in the trenches together. Go to war, go to battle, right? They're optimistic. The ownership and solutions based, right? Like take ownership. Yeah, we did it. They made a mistake. Hey, we're going to learn from it. Let's move on. Take ownership and have solutions, right? Selfless, not selfish. Trust builders. They build trust. They're committed. Let me say that word again. Committed. Right? Hey, y'all heard the story about the bacon and eggs? Y'all heard that before? Oh, this is good. Let me give you this one. All right, so y'all like to eat, right? Y'all, yeah. Right, me too, man. I love some bacon. Y'all like bacon? Y'all like, yeah, man. I'm a bacon on everything, right? So bacon and eggs, right? Picture this: bacon and eggs. So eggs. Where do eggs come from? Chicken. What happens to have an egg? Yeah, the chicken like has the egg, right? And going about their business, right? Just rock with me. I'm going somewhere, right? So that's how you get eggs. All right, now the bacon. How do we get bacon? The pig. But what happens to the pig? Yeah, the pig got to die for us to have bacon, right? So check this out. The chicken is involved, but the pig is committed. Right? The pig is committed. For us to have that bacon, the pig is committed. We got to be committed to what we're doing as leaders, right? Like, don't just dang be involved. We got to be dang committed to the mission and the vision. That makes sense? Right? So I always want to give you, that's a good analogy there. Consistent, positive attitude. Is consistency important? Does consistency build trust? Yeah, trust gives you the great results that you want. And then continuous improvements. Like I told you guys earlier, like you can have big muscles, but if you don't continue to work, like you don't continue to have that. You can have a great environment, but if you don't continue to work on the environment won't continue to be great. Right? And so you want to continue to work on those things and find things to be better on. So those are just some things: negative team versus positive team. And then I had a puzzle for you I was going to have you guys do, but I'm just going to show it to you here. I know it's a little small, but team, right? So, and I'll read some of these things. So when you look at a team, when you're looking at the power of a positive team, is it important to be positive as a team? Yes, sir. Yeah. Does that create power? Yeah. Does that create leadership? Yeah. All right, so let's look at some of the things here. So you got team right here. The first C right here, the 5 C's. The first C is care. It's important that we care for one another. Right? The first C is care. When you care, it builds a great culture. That's the top of the star there. When you have a great culture, there's commitment. When there's commitment, communication. Commit is on there. But the next one, this is communication. Communicate right here, and commit is at the bottom. So communication. Probably need to put them glasses on, huh? Then connect is the next C.
Wait, what was communication?
Yeah, communicate. Yeah, so care, culture, communicate, connect, and then the last one is commit. Commitment. That's the 5 C's of a positive team. So while you're writing, guys, write down your takeaway, and then we'll close. Write down your takeaway, give you about 30 seconds. Write down your takeaway, and then we'll close out. So in closing, guys, the first thing we talked about was comfort zone. Say that with me, comfort zone. Comfort zone. It's important for us to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. As leaders, push yourself to get uncomfortable because that's infectious and contagious, right? Then we talked about being intentional about connecting and building relationships, right? Don't just show up and go like, bro, I want to be intentional about connecting with my guys. I want to be intentional about building those relationships, because when we do that, like the byproduct is continued success. Does that make sense? Right? And then the last thing we talked about is creating and maintaining positive environments. And so we hit on the traits of negative, positive teams. We talked about having a B positive blood type. I hope y'all remember that one. All right. Yeah. All right. And so make sure that you continue to work. And so again, guys, thank you so much for your time. Thanks so much, Coach, for having me. I hope that with your manifesto, that's my intentionality piece. Like I can come and talk to y'all guys and leave, and then y'all just remember whatever. But that right there is what I want is to stick with y'all forever. Like that's your notes, that's your takeaway that you're gonna apply in your life. So put that somewhere where you're gonna see it all the time. Your locker, your notebook, your mirror, your dresser, wherever. But because that's what you're going to manifest in your life to help you be a great leader. Does that make sense? All right. So, man, my thing is go get it. I believe no significant success is going to come to you. So can we get a real loud go get it? Can we get some juice? I'm going to count it down 1, 2, 3, and y'all give me a loud go get it. Can y'all do that? Sure. All right, let's get it. 1, 2, 3. Go get it. Go get it. All right. Thank you, guys. Baseball guys, y'all go get it, baby. Get after it.
Go get it.